Engines roared down the empty highway as the bikers leaned into the wind, leather jackets flapping and chains rattling. Dust rose in the fading sunlight, and every passerby hurried inside, closing doors as the thunder of their bikes shook the town. They pulled up to a roadside diner, engines whining to a stop. The gang dismounted, heavy boots thudding on the pavement, laughter and rough jokes bouncing off the walls. No one dared meet their eyes. Outside, near the gas pumps, a small barefoot boy stood clutching a bunch of wilted flowers. His face was dirt-smudged, his eyes wide and earnest. He held the flowers out timidly. "Please, just one for your mama?" The bikers stopped mid-step. The leader, a man with a scar across his cheek and tattoos crawling up his neck, squinted at him. "Kid, what's a tough little man like you doing out here all alone?" he asked, voice low, more curiosity than menace. The boy swallowed and looked up at him, his voice soft but clear. "I'm saving to buy a candle for my mama's grave." She liked the sound of engines, said it reminded her of angels' wings. Silence. The laughter died. The engines seemed to pause mid-growl. One of the younger bikers rubbed his eyes, unable to believe what he had just heard. Another muttered, "Man, that's rough." The leader's jaw tightened, memories flickering behind his eyes. His own mother's smile, her gentle hands. "Show us where you live," he finally said, voice cracking slightly. The boy hesitated, then nodded, gripping his flowers tighter. The gang followed him down a dirt path behind an old church. When they reached the shack, their hearts sank. Broken wood walls, no food in sight, and a single small bed with a faded blanket. Pictures of a smiling woman were taped to the wall. The boy's mother. One of the bikers dropped his leather jacket over the boy's shoulders. "From now on, kid, you're one of us," he said, and a quiet sob escaped from behind the leader's throat. The gang set to work immediately, hammering loose boards back into place, leaving bags of food on the floor, lighting candles around the room. They didn't speak much. There was no need. The boy's small smile said it all. "Why? Why are you helping me?" the boy asked, voice trembling. "Because someone once helped us," the leader replied, "and because no kid should ever feel alone." Another biker nodded, brushing a tear from his eye. "Yeah, nobody." As night fell, they led him to the cemetery. The boy carefully placed a candle at his mother's grave. One by one, the bikers lit their own candles, their rough hands shaking. "She would have liked that," the boy whispered. The leader rested a hand on his shoulder. "She's proud, kid. We all are." The wind whispered through the tombstones as tears streamed down faces hardened by years on the road. The youngest biker muttered under his breath, "Never thought I'd cry with a kid I barely know." The leader's eyes glistened, voice breaking. "Sometimes it takes a child to remind us what we're made of." The boy hugged each of them in turn, his small arms squeezing out a lifetime of loneliness. "Thank you," he said simply, eyes shining. And the bikers knew they had been given a gift far greater than any treasure, the chance to feel, to care, and to remember the humanity they'd buried under leather and tattoos. As they mounted their bikes to ride off into the sunset, the boy waved, holding one of the lit candles. "I'll never forget you," he called. The leader looked back, a quiet smile tugging at his lips. "Neither will we, kid. Neither will we." If you've ever felt moved by someone's courage or been reminded of the power of kindness, hit that like button, leave a comment sharing your story, and subscribe to our channel for more heartfelt stories that touch the soul. The engines roared once more, fading into the distance, leaving behind warmth, hope, and the memory that even the toughest hearts can be broken open by a single innocent word. And sometimes that's exactly what the world needs.